Oh, baby. Today, it's my favorite day of the week. It's Fresh Cash Friday. Today on the menu, we have a nice, juicy energy drink to start the morning. Oh, baby. Just listen to that goodness starting. It's like starting up the engine. Opening that thing. Here we go. Ooh. As it touches my lips, the party will begin. Whew. Pina colada, baby. Let's go. All right. Did I catch the morning move? I did not. Luckily for me, I was still sleeping. The benefits of living in Hawaii. It's currently 4:17 a.m. What's good? All right, listen up, people. Listen up. Are you ready for this? First off, we need to get 300 likes before the market opens. 300 likes. I'm not fucking around today. We're going to the moon, all right? As much as you guys demand things from me, I'm demanding from you certain things today. It's a two-way street. The partnership. It's you, me, taking on the world. All right. Take a look here at the chart right now on the ES. Wow, it's looking big. Let's go like this. Oh, okay. So there's that move this morning. We had the numbers come out from the 21s all the way up there to the 74. So a 50-point move. Anybody get long on that? Anybody? If you got long on that, congratulations. You're today's MVP. If you got short, well, ouchies. That hurts. Don't like that. So right now, this move up there to the 75s, what we need to figure out is what do we need to figure out here? We need to figure out where we could possibly go from here. Do we pull back? What is the plan, Patrick? What do we do from here? All right, let's go. So let's look at the bigger picture on the hourly chart. Okay, we see we got some resistance coming up here at the 80s. It's good to know that there's some resistance there. I'd pretty much say this whole like 80 to 85 level resistance. We really, I mean, fuck. I'm trying to not curse today, but I keep doing it. I'm trying to be more polite here. All right, so I mean, either way, pretty much over the 85s, we got resistance here. I'd say 85 all the way up there to 900 resistance on the chart right now. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, we're going to be opening up with a massive gap to the upside here on the SPY. The SPY is going to have like a gap the size of the, I don't know, what's a really big thing? What's really tall? The Empire State Building. It's like the Empire State Building. So, gonna have a massive gap there, but that's okay. Okay, so yesterday we had resistance at that 50 level, or really kind of overnight, and yesterday I guess as well. So let's see if that 50 area is gonna want to turn into support now, right? We got that 50 level there, we got that 80 level up there, and then down below us we've got this support area here at the 20s. So pretty cut and dry, I think, in terms of the levels to keep an eye on, right? I mean, I don't think there's much else to think about here. What do you guys think? I'm thinking 50, 20, 80s. Pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. Need some music. Let's get some music going up here before I start singing too much. Get a little bit different vibes today. Fresh Cash Friday. Yesterday having an amazing day in the market. Today, the goal today is I'm actually going to scale back a little bit. I'm only going to trade one contract today. I know that's like, well, why would you do that? What I found in the past is normally if I have like a really big green day, if I have a good green day, I don't want to say I normally, but I don't want to kind of go into today with the idea of like, oh, I made a bunch of money yesterday, so now today I'm just going to be all crazy. So I think it's like a good skill or a good kind of lesson here to just kind of scale back a little bit, stay calm, don't get too aggressive. Let's not lose a bunch of money today. It's Friday. Fresh Cash Friday, baby. It's called Fresh Cash Friday for a reason. It's not called let's lose a bunch of money on a Friday. All right? You know what I mean? Let's not lose a bunch of money today. The balance does start at 0 each day. I like it. Yeah, I agree. So after a big green day, normally you get a little, maybe you get a little bit more greedy. Maybe you get a little bit more sloppy. Somebody said sloppy. So I like that idea. So we're gonna scale back today. We're gonna trade one contract. You know, at the end of the day, if I walk away with no trades taken and I walk away just flat on the day, I think that's totally fine. So that'll be the plan. We got 8 more minutes to get to 300 likes. We got to get 300 likes or I'm turning the stream off here before the market opens. I'm honestly, I'll go back to bed. I'll go back to bed at this point, honestly. We need 300 likes or I'm going back to bed. That's going to be the goal today. We're going to have likes as the goal. If we keep hitting the goals for the likes, I'll keep going. If not, I'm going back to bed. It's Friday. I'm happy. The funny thing is, I'm not sure I can go back to bed after drinking this energy drink. But I will. I will do it. Look at you guys. If I threaten to leave, you hit that like button real quick. I found your weakness. I found all of the people watching's weakness. Also today, we're gonna give away. Let's do a giveaway today. What should we give away? Let's do a Market Flow Trader Community giveaway. $600 value. I like it. What do you think? Is that a good giveaway? All right, how about this? Let's make we'll make a poll. See how greedy you guys are. We'll do Market Flow or $100. What you want? Ryan wants neither. Well, you're out, neither. There's your poll for the day. For the giveaway. Do we want to give away $100 or the Market Flow Trader Community for $600 value? Dun 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 dun. The question is real. Everybody voting for $100, you're fired. What would be funny is if I could actually see who voted for the $100 and then I just cut you all off. You're done, you're out. Peace. All right, let's stay focused here. We're energized. On the SPY right now, we got this, like I'm saying, we're gonna have this massive gap up, right? We're gonna have this whole area. Not that big, but we're gonna have this whole area pretty much back down to this pivot there at the 379s as a gap. So the market's gonna be gapping up here. We have seen in the past, you get these big run up on the numbers and then just a sell, a massive sell the rest of the day. So let's see how this plays out. Will these numbers hold up? Will this data keep the market where it's at? Will we get the pullback, fill the gap? Down there, the 379.99 for that fill on the gap. So right there, actually, like literally right where that pivot's at is where we would be kind of pulling back for the gap fill. And maybe, I guess, even like a little lower, maybe like into here. I don't know. It's right there. We'll see. All right, so the poll looks like Market Flow will do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway today at 10:30 a.m. So you gotta stay tuned. It won't be exactly at 10:30. It'll be between 10:30 and, well, let's just say between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. You never know when it's gonna happen. You just never know. At any moment, I could just give it away. All right, so we know the pivots, where the pivots are right there. Always keeping an eye on those pivots. 383 pivot right there. We got back below there. We got kind of stuck. We pushed up to the 384 pivots. If we look here at the SPY, just to get an idea of where we're at resistance wise, we got that 385 big pivot here on like the weekly pivots. So interesting, that 381 area there to think about, and 385 up there. So just keeping an eye on those pivots. So yeah, like 385 would be the top of that weekly pivot, and then this 381 actually is pivot there on the weekly as well. All right, all right. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, let's blow up that like button. Let's get 400 likes here before the market even opens. That'll be a record, I think. Looking here at the book map right now, we got some liquidity down there at the 58s. Kid Autumn, the reason I use the SPY chart for the pivots, like I said a million times, is because of the gaps. You're not going to see the gap fills on the ES. Obviously, the ES is trading all night long, so the big reason for me trading I have all my other charts are pulled up on the ES, but I have that one chart pulled up on the SPY just so I can get an idea of where those gaps are. So at the end of the day, if you want to put the pivots on the ES, if you want to, however you want to do it, you can do it. You know, it doesn't really, I don't think there's a massive difference there other than the idea of seeing the gap fills. We got some PMI news today. Is that what the news is today on 10 a.m.? Let me see. Economic calendar. Got about 3 minutes here till the market opens. 3 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, so we have the ISM non-manufacturing PMI number at 10 a.m. We got a couple of numbers at 10 a.m. Factory orders. Yeah, ISM manufacturing. So a decent amount of numbers at 10 a.m. We also have a Fed Governor Cook speaking at 11:15. And then you have the FOMC member Barkin speaking at 12:15. And then Bostic speaking pretty much at the end of the day. So it should be a wild ride. A wild ride. Get ready for the market to open here right now. The MACD selling off here. We have the MACD cross. So the MACD pulling back there. A little consolidation. Will we pull back into that 50 level? We identified that 50 area as yesterday's resistance. So if we pull back into that 50 level, we'll be looking to see kind of the idea of this thingy finding some support there. Well, we find support in the 50s. We know that there's resistance up there at the 80s, 85s. And we'll see what happens here at open. We got about a minute till the market opens. 1 minute. And we got 424 likes. Congratulations, everybody. I'm staying live. I won't go back to bed today. Maybe today. We'll see what happens. All right, all right. How you guys feeling? Everybody's feeling good? Fresh Cash Friday? The goal today, like I said, is just to get some nice trades in. You know, no, don't go forcing trades, Patrick. Don't get all crazy. Just because you made money yesterday does not mean not going to guarantee results today. You know, in the past, you'll see a lot of traders, they have big green days and then they have a big red day because they get a little too greedy, and that's what I'm not going to do today. I'm going to avoid the normal repercussion of having a big green day. If I had a big red day yesterday, I would probably scale back today. In general, when you have those big days, it's good to just kind of keep yourself in check. All right, so we're holding here right now at the 60s, through the 60s there now. On the book map, I said that 50 area we'll be looking at, kind of 50, 55 area. On the book map right there, there's 55 support showing up there. Let's see what happens. We got the VWAP at the 48s. VWAP at the 48s on the ES right now. The ES on the 15-minute chart looking pretty bull flaggy, so we just kind of wait and see if we get a push here. I'd say if we get a push over like 66s. If we get this push here, if we get above this level here, thinking we can push up there and test that high, is what I would think is going to happen, or kind of what would make sense here for this setup right now. Well, let's see what happens here. Losing that 55 support right now. That 50 area looking juicy down there. Do we fill this gap today? That's the question. That's the problem right now. Should we be thinking we are bearish right now? We're going to fill the gap, or should we wait for this to be a long? We'll find out what happens once we get to the 50s. So, well, let's see. If We get maybe, I'm like thinking if we get back above 60 here, we push. Just looking at a 2000 tick chart right now. Kind of watching that 60 area here. See if we push above 60s. They're holding that 55, 50 area right now. So if we push back above 60s, thinking we can start to make this move back up here. Holding right now there on the EMA, 21 EMA. Need that MACD to cross though. Need that MACD to cross here. Market pushing there through the 60s now. Starting to push up here. See if we get to push all the way up. How high can we go? Think we can get a push through the 64s next. Get this push through the 64s here. Having a little bit of trouble right now. Needing to push through 64s. And then get that squeeze going here. Beautiful. Can we push some more? 550. Beautiful. 66 is still going. I'm going to sell one here, I think. Or maybe just let it ride. Let's see if we can go all the way. Let's go to 70s. Let's go to 70s. Should be able to push to 70s here. Let's see. We're pushing through that pivot on the ES on the SPY. So still holding strong here. Moving my stop to basically break even at this point. See if we get pushed through the 70s here. Looking for this push through 70. There we go, up to the 70s now. Can we get a little bit more? Give me that all the way through the 70s there. And try to push through 70s strong. Just give me through the 70s. Give me through the 70s. I'm going to take it off right there just to lock it in. It's probably still going to go higher, but I'm pretty happy with that. That's 10 handles to start the day, baby. Let's go. 59 up there to the 69s. He can't lose. He's too good. He's too good. Too good. All right, listen. If you guys have not already hit that like button, we need the like button at 500 likes here in the next 2 minutes or I'm out of here. We're going for 1,000 likes today, and I'm going to keep on putting out demands. If you guys didn't make money on that trade, get the fuck out. Go somewhere else. Let's go. There's that push up there. It's still going. It's still going higher. Come on. This is free fucking entertainment, boys and girls. Free entertainment here. You can't stop. You can't stop. Look at that. 74s now. He's still going. How is somebody so good looking and also so damn good at this game? I don't know. I literally don't even know. Wait, you guys didn't know what I was doing there? Come on. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Is that serious right now? Are you serious? You didn't know what I was gonna do right there. I'm mind blown that someone even commented that. I'm literally mind blown. I'm fucking mind blown right now that someone would literally comment. The audacity. The audacity. The audacity that someone would comment that. Seriously. I literally said, I drew a line. I drew a line on the chart. I drew a line here. I said, hey, we start pushing back up into the 60s. I think we push through 66. We go up there to the 80s. We went 75s. Come on. I literally could not have made this any easier. I could have I would have to come to your house. I'd have to come to your freaking house, hold your hand, press the buy button, and then slap you on the ass. That would have literally been the only way that I could have made that easier. Literally. This is probably, people always complain that I don't call it the trades, but I was 100% calling this trade out here. Ugh. Whatever. Can't help everybody. Like I said before, someone's got to lose so that we can make money. It is what it is. Cheers to that. Friday, baby. Starting off strong. $1,000 in the bank. 2 contracts. You know what's funny is, if I would have just traded my normal size, well, I would be up bigger. Up $1,000 right now. No losing trades. 1 trade, $1,000 in 2 minutes. Let's go. And now we're pulling back. Where we fill the gap here? Rut-row. This is a great example of not being greedy, my friends. Don't be greedy. You can see I took profit there at the 70s. We pushed 75s. Back down there to the 58s now. The chop is real. We're going to be giving away the Market Flow Trader Community course. 1 giveaway today, $600 value. Make sure you stay tuned. You never know. I might just drop it at any moment. Let's try to get some let's break some viewer records today. I think the most we ever had is like maybe 1,400 on this live stream. I've had bigger live streams, but I think what, 1,400. So if you're just now tuning in, make sure you stay tuned in. Just leave it up. Even if you're not watching, just put me on mute, leave me up, let your kids watch. I'll try to not use curse words today. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better every day. I'm trying to be better for you guys. Here we go, back to the 56s now. Oh, this is a total reversal here. Look at this thing just dumping. The ES, the NASDAQ, dumping across the board here. Wowzers, there's the move right there. From the 70s back to the 52s. We got that support there at the 50s. Will we hold that support there? That was previous resistance. Will it turn into support? We got the 51 EMA. What's interesting is through that whole move, we never got the MACD cross. So you can see that MACD, once again, showing the power of the MACD. We've got the pivot points there, 381.23 sitting there right now. Will that turn into support here? Will we get a bounce? We got the VWAP. We're touching VWAP on the ES. We're below the VWAP on the NASDAQ. And here we are at that support with the little bouncy off of the pivot point now. I know, I'm sorry. I should have called out that short there. Just, I gotta be better. I gotta get better, guys. I'm trying to be better for you. Honestly, like, it's hard. These are really hard setups. Like, this is why I think this is a hard setup, right? Well, I guess we did hit that high. We did push right up to that high there at the 75, so maybe it wasn't that hard of a setup, but it's hard to go from like, hey, we get that breakout long, and then we're like thinking we're bullish, and then all of a sudden, like, it's hard to just switch to short. At least it is for me. Like, I feel like most people would feel that same way. Like, maybe if you look at the 1 minute chart, would have been that breakdown, but it's hard for me to be like, hey, I'm long looking for this to push up, and then all of a sudden, like, take profit and then be like, okay, I'm getting short. Like, that's just kind of hard to just change bias that quickly. So it's just hard. Like, it would have been one thing, I think, you know, like if we would have, let's say we would have pushed up here. Let's say we would have pushed up into this area and then kind of like did a little bit more consolidation, then got stuck there, and then it's like a better flag. But that was like just such a quick reversal that for me, it's yeah, I'd say it's difficult to just anticipate that we're gonna make that big pullback like that. You're thinking, you know, we push up there, we're gonna kind of consolidate here for a second, and then maybe kind of retest it, but we just dumped right through there. Yeah, I mean, that's it's a good way to look at it. You could get short when I took profit there. Either way, you know, $1,000 in 2 minutes. That's what we got to always remind ourselves, you know, always remind ourselves. I used to fucking work. I used to work, you know, 5 days a week, working construction, making like $500 a week, $500 a week, working 40 hours for my dad's company when I was 18 years old. you know, it's one thing. But seriously, think about that. There was a point in my life where I had to spend 40 hours to make $500. So let's always keep that in perspective. I didn't come from money. I came from nothing. I built everything that I have. Nobody gave me anything. I had to work. I had to sweat. I had to put in the effort. Built this YouTube channel, built what I have, everything. Top to bottom. I don't have any rich parents. I didn't go to college. It was a grind. It was a work. I had to work. I had to make money so I could eat when I was 18, 19. Like if I didn't go to work and all that, like I moved out when I was like literally 16, 17. So I had to provide for myself. If I didn't work and make money, I wouldn't eat. There was a point where I was eating black-eyed peas. Like I was literally eating black-eyed peas. A can of black-eyed peas was my dinner. And then if I got really lucky, I could buy a pound of beef and make some burritos. The burritos were always good because that would last for like 3 or 4 meals. So you could kind of stretch that one out. Get you a pound of ground beef, get you that little Mexican flavor package, and then get you some tortillas. So. And when I say my dad's company, it wasn't some corporation. It was literally a construction company that had like 6 employees plus me working. So it wasn't like I was working for like a big construction company. It was more like just my dad's company, and I had to bust my ass. But I actually only worked there for about a year. Then I quit and said, "Screw this! I'm doing my own thing. I'm leaving this place. I ain't working for my dad anymore." So I left, and I went and did valet. Actually, I actually made a lot of money. I wouldn't say a lot of money, but for a 19-year-old kid valeting, I hustled, like some serious hustle. Here we are at the 40s right now, just kind of watching. We had that drastic sell-off. Do we keep going lower? We have that next pivot point here. You know, I think there's, at this point, definitely looking like there's a good chance that we fill this gap. The problem is, do I really want to chase this now? I mean, this was definitely like the move from the 70s, but do I still want to jump in short at this level? As I'm saying that, it's going lower, but I think I might have missed the optimal time to get in short on this thing. Especially like looking at the 2000 tick chart. Like if I was gonna be shorting here, I would have needed to like get the short below the 50s there, or maybe trying to short this 50 push. I'm just not sure I want to be shorting here at the 30s right now. I feel like it's a little bit of a chase. And we have data coming out at 10 a.m. So I'm thinking that it's Friday. I don't want to chase anything. And do that right now. So let's just be patient. Let's sit back. Let's wait. Let's watch. Oh, man. That was look at that move though. Wowzers. That's seriously, it's funny because we talked about this. See, I wish this would have happened. If this would have happened at the beginning, like I think if we would have got stuck here earlier, like at this pivot, if we would have got stuck right there, I think we probably would have thought to like short and take this thing down. But the problem was that quick move back up there. I was like, okay, hey, we're holding the view op, we're gonna squeeze. But I also kind of got distracted and wasn't focused on the idea that we kind of double top there. That would have been, or it should have been, a pretty good indicator that we're not gonna go through there, you know, double topping there. My bad, sorry everybody. I apologize. Gotta stay focused. This is get back to the 3-minute chart here. If you guys haven't already hit the subscribe button, the like button, let's go. We need 700 likes here before 10 a.m. 700 likes before 10 a.m. Let's go. If you're waiting to like until 10 a.m., well, you're missing out. We're going to do the giveaway as well here coming up, so just stay tuned. It's Fresh Cash Friday, baby. Thomas White, let's go. Man, I'm just kind of looking here, like, also look at that MACD denial. The MACD just got denied there. So on that 3-minute chart, right when we pushed up, the MACD got denied there and then continued lower. So is that something that we need to be focused on in the future? Obviously, in hindsight, it's always easy to sit here and go, oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but what is it that we missed? I think what I missed was that the fact that we were kind of double topping at that level, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, Jeremy Tumbler, blah, 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 blah. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Remember, Jeremy, you're watching my live stream. I'm not watching your live stream. The reason I've been deleting the live streams is just because I like to troll the haters. It's really funny. They get really mad. They're like, it's like a whole thing now of like, he deletes the live streams. Oh my gosh. He's the worst person in the world. Like, it's kind of funny at this point, actually. Like, they literally posted on Twitter about the fact that I deleted my live streams. Like, it was like I broke the law. Like, he broke the law. He can't delete his live streams. He can't delete live streams. Oh my gosh. How does he do this? This is so bad. And I also love the fact that I delete, like, if people like leave stupid comments, I delete the comments. And people are like, people literally get so butthurt. They're like, he deletes the comments, I'm reporting him to YouTube. Like, well, actually, nowhere in the YouTube, you know, rules of YouTube does it says that I can't delete comments that I don't like. It's my YouTube channel. If you want to comment something stupid, you want to say, hey, Patrick, you suck. I'm like, I'm going to delete that, right? Like, it's just, welcome to it's my party, you know? I think people forget about that sometimes. Like, this is my party. You guys are here watching the show, but I'm the DJ. I'm running the show. I'm the bouncer. I'm the DJ. I'm the entertainer. I'm the stripper. I'm everything. Terry Basquin, I hope you know where the door is. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, if you don't like this stream, you can go anywhere else. There's a reason that you're here. So I love when people like talk shit. Like, I don't know what to tell you right now. What am I going to do? I'm not doing anything right now. I'm waiting. I already said that I'm not going to short this right here at the 30s. Man. Why does everyone get so upset? I'm focused on the trading. I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking any trades here. That's my trade. We can see we're right there at the pivot. We're almost filling that. We pretty much filled that gap now. We got the gap fill. Do we still go lower from here? I don't know. But I don't like it. So I'm not going to short right here. We just filled that gap. That's my trade, all right? Don't get upset because I'm not taking a trade here. If you want to take a trade, take a trade. I don't need to hold your hand. I'm just telling you that personally, I don't like the setup there. I think we just made the move. We filled the gap, so what am I going to do? I'm going to short there? I'm not going to get long either. Remember, the market moves through levels, right? The market's moving up, it's moving down, it finds levels, it consolidates. So the thing is, like, we don't want to get stuck in a consolidation chop area. That's what we don't want to do. Like, we don't want to buy or sell in an area that's consolidating. At least that's my strategy. I want to buy breakouts and breakdowns, not consolidation levels. And we got data coming out at 10 a.m. as well. Data at 10 a.m. And there's a little pop back up to the 40s. Like I said, good thing not shorting down there in the 30s. You can see here on the 2000 tick chart, even though we were below that 13 EMA, look how we're kind of just going sideways there. Another reason for me not to do anything. Could I have gotten long? Possibly, but again, I just don't like that setup there. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. If I give you all one little piece of advice as a trader, the best thing you can do is just have extreme, like you want to be, you know how you're greedy, you know how people get greedy with taking profit? Like you also want to be greedy about taking positions. Like I don't want to take a position unless I think that it's gonna pay me big. You know, I wanna look for opportunities where I'm like, oh, this one's too good to not take, right? Like I want that type of setup. I don't want to be sitting here looking at the chart going, I don't know which way it's gonna go. I don't know. I just don't know. We got 8 minutes. We need 40 more likes to hit 700 likes here on the stream. Need 40 more. Will we do it? Pushing up there to the 42s now. Finding a bottom there at the 30s, 32 level. I mean, I'm up $1,000 right now on the day. $1,000 in 2 minutes. It used to, I mean, I used to trade all day long to make $1,000. Keep that in perspective, right? Like I used to, when I was trading the micros, I would be like, oh, $1,000 day trading the micros was like a really good day. That was like a best day of the year, making $1,000. Now it's like, hey, make $1,000 in 2 minutes. Don't let the hype make it seem like that's not a good day. I mean, I'm a simple kind of guy. I like to eat good. I like to live good, but I don't really, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not over here buying Rolexes. I'm not buying stupid shit. Hell, I could totally live on $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month trading. That's what's crazy to think about. That's literally, I mean, even $20,000 a month from trading would easily pay my bills. Right now, pulling back here, 40s, kind of watching to see what happens here. We're going into those numbers at 10 a.m., so I don't think there's really any reason to do anything until we get those numbers. Right now, we're pushing back up the VWAP at the 50 area, 48 on the ES VWAP. And then, yeah, we're like right below the VWAP on the NASDAQ as well. The NASDAQ and the, look at the ES and the NASDAQ here on the 15-minute chart. Look at this thing. 15-minute chart playing out perfectly, showing those levels there. It's up, it's down. So we got about 5 minutes here until the data comes up. We're trading the ES. Trading the ES. We need to get some more people in here. Let's go. If you tell your grandma, tell your uncle, tell your mom, your brother and sister, whatever. Tell them all. Let's go. You know what's funny is I got my stream from yesterday got demonetized because I had Instagram open and there was like a 5-second clip or a 5-second little video of the music from that Instagram. What a joke. Thanks, YouTube. Pushing back up here to the 50s now. We got the VWAP there on the ES, pushing up the VWAP, pushing up the VWAP on the NASDAQ. So what's going to happen here? There's that reversal. Good thing, like I said, did not try to short the bottom down there. If you shorted down there at the 30s, well, you're underwater right now. The problem is, like, it just wasn't lining up perfectly either for a long. Just we needed that MACD. We needed more consolidation before getting that long back up. You know, could we have gotten long there above 36 for that pushback up? Possibly. I just wasn't in love with the fact that the MACD was still looking pretty bearish at that point. Again, like I talk about all the time, like you're gonna have setups, you're gonna have trades that are gonna appear, and they're not gonna have, you know, the best criteria. They're not gonna have everything kind of checking the box. And those trades, they can work. You can make money on those trades, but over time, you know, in the long run, you're gonna end up kind of battling those trades. So we got about 3 minutes here till the numbers come out. 3 minutes. We're sitting right below the SPY VWAP and that pivot point there on the SPY 381, that first pivot point, the R1. We bounced off that 379 pivot, and we're sitting right there at that 381 pivot right now. So let's see what happens when these numbers come out. There's a decent amount of data coming out here at 10 a.m. So we got 3 minutes. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Got that support down there at the 40s right now on the book map here. Will they be able to hold it there before these numbers come out? You'll see once those numbers come out, you'll pretty much lose all this liquidity there. I'm not sure why I'm getting these limit order thingies on there. I don't know why that's coming up. Why is that coming up? Off. I'm not trading. I don't know why these limit things come up on the book map. They started doing that just recently, actually. I don't know why. Huh. Weird. Don't know. What? Now I can't get rid of this. Bookmap, also, you can actually trade through Bookmap as well. There's a way that you can actually place trades right on Bookmap here. You see that 40 area ended up holding support there. We got about a minute now till these numbers come out. 1 minute. I need to learn, honestly, like people always ask me the questions about like what you get for what you get on Bookmap. I honestly am not the best person to ask some of those questions. I don't know exactly what you get for every tier. You're probably better off asking the actual company themselves. But yeah, I don't know why these limit orders show up there now. For some reason, they started showing up there. I never changed any settings. It's weird. Somebody's placing trades through my Bookmap right now. Oh my gosh, 5 contracts. There's the book. There's the numbers coming out here through the 50s. Squeezing up here. Wowzers. Being patient and definitely not going to jump in on this craziness right now. You can see this market popping up there quickly. Watching to see what happens here. The algorithms are going wild. Maybe if we get a push above 58s, try to squeeze up there to the 70s next. Kind of a higher risk trade there. But right now looking a little bull flaggy. If it's going to push above 58s. This is a hard one. Hard to trade. It's hard to trade this right here because it's easy. This thing could just flip to the downside really quickly. Let's see. Looking a little weak here on the book map right now. We're sitting right there at the VWAP. You can see that 2000 tick chart really showing the volatility here. All those new candles printing. There's a bunch of liquidity at the 60s right now on the book map. Problem is, like, if I get long right now, this could easily just go from 50 down to 40s. And I don't like that idea. So definitely looking like we're battling here right there. We're right there at the VWAP right now. I'll wait for this to kind of figure out which way it wants to go. It's Friday. I don't want to do anything crazy. But I think if we start to break out here, we'll push up their 70s. There's a bunch of liquidity at the 60s right now on the book map. So if we can get through that 60 level and then go up here into that 70s. Kind of looking like it wants to squeeze. Kind of looking like it wants to squeeze here. Takes out 60 here, watch. Through the 60s now. Like I said, it could have taken that for a long, but just didn't. If it was Monday, if it was a Tuesday, definitely would have taken that trade, but just something about Fridays. The last thing I want to do is go into the weekend on a red note. It just ruins the whole weekend for me. So we pushed up to 64s so far. Can they got more? Does it got more in it? Does it got more in it? Got 65 liquidity on the book map right now. Through the 65s, go to the 70s next, but gotta get through that 65 area first. We're pushing up to that pivot point as well on the SPY here. Bow, 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 bow. It's like James Bond up in here. James Bond. All right, it's 10 a.m. So between now and 11, at any point, we might just drop the giveaway. The giveaway. What's interesting is we still have not got that cross on the MACD. The MACD has been bearish all the way since 9 a.m. We've just been, even with these big pops back up, we have not had a cross on the MACD. So let's see what happens here if we're going to get that cross finally and then start to get some more momentum to the upside. I think maybe if we start to get that cross on the MACD, we consolidate here for a little bit. I'll be thinking about getting long, maybe. We know that 75, there's a lot of resistance up here. 75, 80, 90, there's a lot of resistance in between here to the upside. We got that double top area. We got this resistance there at the 80s. And then pretty much all the way to the 900 area, there's like resistance. So. It's a battle right now. They're trying to get that MACD to cross here, but that thing is flirting with the idea of selling back down here. That 48 area needs to hold. 48, 47 needs to hold. Remember, this 50 area was support or resistance actually from the other day. So the other day, overnight, so yesterday on Thursday, this 50 area was previous resistance, now kind of turning into a little support there. So kind of holding right there at the VWAP. I kind of want to see where this 15-minute candle closes at as well. I think it'll give us a better idea. Like looking at the 15-minute candles right now, we got that big wick on the top of that one and the big wick here. So if you know, it's just there's a lot going against us in terms of a long here. Like even if you, let's say you get long here at the 60s, you got this 75 area we already know is right there. We got the pivots right there. Just a decent amount of stuff working against us right now. William De Silva, thank you for the love, my friend. $10, make you holla. Let's go. Can we get 800 likes here? We're going for 1,000 likes today. So if you haven't already hit that like button, just go ahead and blow up that like button. Plop, 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 plop it up. Is it time to scale up? I don't know. Is it time? I'm definitely not scaling up on a Friday, that's for sure. I like to scale down on a Friday. JR making $5,000 a day. Let's go. If you want to learn more about making money through the Top Step Combine and the program, getting into the funded account, keep 90% of your profits, there's a link right there in the chat box. If you're a first-time watcher, you've never learned about Top Step, check them out. Link in the chat there to get into a funded account today. You can start trading today in the funded account just by signing up. Well, you start trading in the Combine. Start trading in the Combine, go through the Combine, and then get into a funded account in a minimum of 8 days. So the market trying to push back up here now. Getting our first actual MACD cross here. Like it wants to go. Nikita's up $12,000. Let's go. He's up $12,000 in probably like 20 different accounts. You crazy son of a gun. If you live in New York City, hit up Nikita's website, restaurant, Sesamo. That's where I went on New Year's Eve. Really good. Quality food, great person. Everybody making money today. All right, all right. Fresh Cash Friday across the board. Watch and see what happens here at the 64s. This thing looks like it's primed and ready for a squeeze to the 70s. Primed and ready here. This is just a challenging spot. Like I said, there's just a lot of resistance kind of in this area here. When we push up to, we're going to push up into that resistance there. So my MACD settings are standard settings. There's nothing different. I just changed the colors a little bit. You can see my MACD settings. All basic. I think I'm the Friday scaries are working right now against me. That's like 2 trades that I probably should have taken. And now I just feel like I'm chasing this one. Blah, 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 blah. If you see on the move here, like on the 2000 tick chart, I probably, this would have been a normal entry above that 57, 58 level. There's that 10 handle move up there to 68s. Now I feel like I'm definitely would be chasing it, knowing that we have that resistance there at the 75, 76 level. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the big thing for me is just to make sure that my that I have a green. I don't want to lose any money, right? I don't want to give back any money. Made more money yesterday than some people make working for an entire month. So, got to keep that in perspective. Stay humble. Ha ha. Stay humble. We're pushing right up to that pivot right now. We're at that pivot point here at the 383s. Will we get through there and want to continue higher? I know. I'm talking about being humble. I'm just talking about the idea of being humble in the sense of like, hey, making $1,000 in 2 minutes is not a bad day, right? Like I can't be mad about that. Is it the biggest day ever? No, 100%. No, it's not, but it's still $1,000. You can see right here, making $1,000 a day, $1,000 in 2 minutes. Only one trade so far today. Kind of missed out on some of the other, I think, better entries. We'll see what happens here. If we get that final push through the 70s, got that 75 area. If we get through 70s, I think we're gonna kind of blow through that 75 level again. What do you think? What are we thinking? We think we blow through 70s here? Looking really tight on the book map right now. Who's texting me right now? Bow, bow. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, let's blow up that like button. We're getting so close to 800 likes here. We get 800 likes by 10:15. Come on, let's go. We're going for 1,000 likes today, my friends. It's Fresh Cash Friday. If we get 1,000 likes on the live stream, I'll leave it up public all day long. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I'll leave it up there. We got an iceberg sitting there at the 75, correct. Got a bunch of icebergs sitting up there. Got icebergs all over the place. Icebergs, watch out for those icebergs. So a decent amount of liquidity, 70, 75, and then 80 liquidity sitting there, so. Oh. She's looking squeezy. Looking very squeezy right now. Looking very squeezy right now. If it pushes through 70 here, let's see. Oh. Pulling back here, 66s right now. The SPY right there at that pivot at the 383s now. The $1 million question, do we go long? Do we go short here? Woo! What are you guys doing? You going short, you going long? Get a pull back and then go, okay, I like that. We got the MACD bullish right now on the MACD here. Not a ton of momentum to the upside there, but trying to push. On the day so far, up $1,000, $1,000, one trade, $1,000. Oh God. I like that we're getting percentages in the chat right now. We have a 75% chance. Okay, I like that. That's a good percentage. Market trying to squeezy here through the 70s. Does it go all the way? That 70 area there. It's a lot going against it, so they're gonna need some serious momentum to get through that 70 level. Sitting right there at the book map right now. Bunch of liquidity there at the 70s. Does it eat through that and just squeeze? 75s after that. 70 level here. Just a bunch of liquidity sitting there. Market needs to push if it's going to go. Don't want to sit here too long. The bears are going to win the battle. Getting tight, getting real tight here at the 70s. And getting stuck there at the 70s now for like the third or fourth time. Gonna test 70s once again here. Testing that 70 area once again. I think we're going through the 70s there. There we go, through 70s now. How high does this go? 75 would be the next, would be the high of day so far. So needing to get through that 75 area to push to the 80s quickly. Looks like 80s is possible if we get through 75s next. 75 sitting there. Will the squeeze come all the way through? Get 76s to push. 75s tapping 75s here. That's the high of day so far. It's got to get above this or they're going to get crushed there. 384 on the SPY. There's a big iceberg seller there at 76 right now on the book map here. Can they get it through? They need to squeeze it. They don't want to get this thing to turn down again. And we're getting stuck right there at that resistance once again, 75. And just sitting here. $75 flashing on the book map. Do we get through 75 strong? Go to the moon here. $384.31 is the next pivot on the SPY here. And trying to push. I don't know what's gonna happen. That 384 on the SPY holding us down right now. Getting tighter and tighter at that area of liquidity on the book map right now. That 75 liquidity. There's an iceberg seller there right now. Will he get taken out? Go to the 80s next. There's a bunch of liquidity at the 80s there. $75, $76, trying to push. And the battle is real. Got an iceberg buyer trying to pop up there, holding it up here at the 70s right now. And you really need to ramp this up if they're going to go. $71, $72s. Let's kind of watch and see what happens here at the 75s. You get a push over 75s, push up to there the 80s quickly. Possibly exploding through that 75, that high so far. Just waiting and watching here. And trying to push through 70s still. Battle is real. Need more momentum to come in here to get that volume to pop. Get that volatility to get through that 70s. Pull back, maybe test that VWAP. No, not the VWAP. Touch the pivot point on the SPY here again. Let's say if we get back into the 70s, get that push here, we get through 75. Just got to get back into the 70s. Right now, bouncing off that pivot point on the SPY here. Right there, 383. Will that be enough to send it higher? And trying to push back into the 70s here. Will this be the final push to get through? Looking really tight right now. Try to get through that 75 next. This music is very, very perfect for the situation, the battle. And sitting right there, just at the 66s, needing to push through. The book map showing us that 75 liquidity sitting there pretty strong right now. You get that thing above 75. Oh, the tighter and tighter this thing gets, the bigger the move. And once again, having trouble there at the 75s. Wowzers. It's funny, there's not much going on liquidity below us right now. Just all that liquidity sitting there at the 75s. I don't know what that means. That's a good thing or a bad thing. Battling, trying to hold that 64 level here. And holding 64s there. Kind of watching to see if we get back above 68 here. The roosters are not crowing. What's happening? If you guys already hit that like button, blow up the like button. We need 900 likes here. Come on, let's go. Market testing that 60 level here again. Just consolidating, consolidating. I think basically if we get a breakout here like this, well, we're going to be nice and ready for a pushback up here. We're losing that pivot on the SPY right now. We got the VWAP down at the 51s here on the ES. I'd say if we don't hold 60s, we go down to the 50s next. Market trying to push back up here. Did we get the breakout over 66s? It's tight. It's tight. We're riding that 80 EMA beautifully, so get going. Back above 70s. I think we'll test 75s. Back above the pivot on the SPY here. There we go, back up into the 70s now. Can we get this momentum to squeeze all the way through 75? Roosters are crowing. Roosters are crowing. Top Step only takes 10% of your profits, not 20%, 10%. Pushing up there 72s. There's an iceberg seller at the 72s right now, trying to hold us down. We get through that. We get that 75 level, take it out, go to the 80s. That next pivot up there, 384.31 on the SPY here. mean, this thing looks like it wants to go. So let's see. Get through that 71, 72 level and squeeze up here. Looking real tight right now. We knew there was a lot of liquidity, a lot of resistance here in this level, so definitely was going to be a battle. But if we get through it, I should get a nice little move up to the 80s. Getting real tight here at the 70s right now, real tight. And up there, the 72s again, 75s coming up. Ugh. She's tight. She's real tight right now. Need one big boner candle through the 75s here, up to the 80s. MACD bullish, everything looking good. Just need momentum to squeeze through 75 on the book map right now, showing that big area of liquidity, 75. Get through that, and we squeeze, baby. Trying to push it, trying to push it. See what happens when we get up to that level at 75 here. Do we get stuck, or do we squeeze right through it? The battle is real. Need a big old green bulb to come up there on the chart right now. Big old boner candle. They're testing it, 72s. Just sitting right there, floating right now, 72s. Oh, the anticipation is real. The anticipation of this break. Everybody's watching this one level right now. Will we break through it? The whole entire market. Is it got the steam to go? Just all comes down to volume. Need that volume to pick up here. Volume's been kind of low through this move here. Just need a big spike in volume. Big spike in volume coming up. Give me that boner candle here. 74s pushing up there, trying to get through there. Will there be enough action? And there it is, 74s. That 75 level about to get taken out. And there's the pop. Up there, 77, beautiful, almost to 80. See if the momentum's gonna continue all the way up there to the 80s. Got a bunch of liquidity there on the book map at the 80 level. Trying to hold us down there. Can't she go all the way through 80s here? Having trouble there at the 80s, but that was that perfect little breakout setup there. This is exactly the type of setup that we normally take. And there's that move up there to 78s. I got in at the 66s here when we got that breakout over this high, this candle. And looking to see if we can't get into the 80s now. Trying to get this push through the 80s. 79.50, the high so far, 79.25. And there's the 80s now. They're tapping 80s here through that pivot on the SPY. So through the 80s now, beautiful move. Let's go. Rippy, rippy, rippy. What a time to be alive. You can see my trade there, jumping in long at the 66s, taking a little bit of profit there at 77, the last there at the 81s. The Patrick Wieland breakdown, the overall, this is the setup that we love right here. We absolutely, I mean, I didn't love the slow move here, but I loved that setup. Why? Let's talk about why we love that setup as we still go higher. We're liking that we're holding the 80 EMA right there. That's beautiful. We got the MACD looking nice and bullish down there. We're looking for that volume to get that pop through there. And there it is up there to 81s. So. That's the move. And there it is up there into the 80s now. How do you find this setup? Come on, what do you mean? How do you find this setup? We drew the line before the move even happened. Patrick Wieland, beautiful trade. This is the Patrick Wieland trademark trade. Because what that's basically telling us is once we break above that like high of that previous candle, and now we're kind of breaking out of that downtrend. We got the 8 EMA holding there. We had previous resistance here at the 60s turning into support. We had the book map support there at the 60s, and that's exactly the kind of trade we want to get. I mean, that's literally an easy 20. I don't know if it's 20 yet, but it could be 20 handles. Push up their 86s next, but in general, I mean, that's easy 10 handles. I don't want to say it's like buying a pullback. I'd say it's buying a breakout. Buying a breakout of the pullback, because the difference between buying a pullback, let's say like if we buy a pullback, we're like, okay, we're just gonna buy here because we're touching the 80 EMA, where the problem with that is these pullbacks don't always end up turning into moves higher. They end up sometimes moving the market down. So the goal here is we want to be buying this breakout of this downward trend. You know, really the best opportunity is when this line, you don't want this line to be too much like this. You don't want the line to be too much like this. You kind of want this nice gradual, I'd say like what, that's a 45. 45, I would say, that angle. This is kind of what you want to aim for. And then we had everything lining up. MACD, look how nice the EMAs were looking. There's that push 83 now. So like I said, 86s, very doable. So. That's the Patrick Wieland textbook trade. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we need 900 likes here before 11 o'clock. 900 likes. We're going to do the giveaway here in about 5 minutes. I'm trying to figure out exactly when I want to do it, but make sure you stay tuned here. If you haven't already hit that like button, blow up that like button. Get 826 likes. Let's go all the way. 900. We're going for 1,000 likes today, baby. Let's go. There it is, up there, the 84s now, still going. Well, wowzers, that next pivot on the SPY is all the way up at 385. And what's interesting is we talked about this morning. Look at this. We looked at the weekly pivots, that idea of that 385 area this morning. Interesting. Those weekly, I think I need to start paying more attention to those weekly pivots as well. Those weekly pivots are pretty spot on as well here. So yeah, 385 being that next high. That was the high from Wednesday. So I think, yeah, the move to the 90s is looking very doable here. Weekly pivots. Keep that in mind. I haven't really been focused on that, but I need to start keeping an eye on those weekly pivots. But yeah, I mean, that was literally, guys, this is Patrick Wieland. Perfect setup again. 3-minute chart. Got the EMAs. Everything all perfectly lined up. Those EMAs looking nice. The MACD. I mean, I don't really know what else. How else that you just couldn't really get any better at that point. We're above the VWAP. We're pushing above the pivots. That's a rock and roll trade all day. So. There it is. 66 is up there to 86 now. 20 handles. Leo got 14 points. Let's go. The red EMA is the 51. 21 is the blue. The yellow is the 8 EMA. Oh, yeah. We need 22 more likes. 22 more likes, and we're going 900 likes here on the stream today, boys and girls. We're doing the giveaway any minute now. Once we break over 900 likes, I want to tell you what we're going to do for the giveaway. And then once you break over 1,000 likes, we'll actually do the giveaway. So. How do you incorporate the daily SPY pivots into the 3-minute chart? I mean, you could just put them on there, I guess, right? I just use a different chart. The SPY there, like I talked about before, that gap idea. We actually had somebody in the Market Flow Trader community talking about that, where they actually built it so that the SPY levels perfectly work on the ES levels for the SPY. So that was maybe something to think about. Trekking Munchie, I'm up $1,200 on the day right now. Thank you for asking. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me how much money I made today, I'd make $12 million. How much money does YouTube give for the live streams? Literally nothing. I can live stream for 5 hours and make $10. It's that bad. So when I ask you guys for help me out with, you know, things like likes and all that, yeah, it helps, but it definitely, the money is not good. For some reason, the live streams, you would think that YouTube would pay really well for live streams, because I feel like, you know, I feel like the live streams make YouTube like what it is, but they don't pay very well. The purpose of the likes, I guess, is just so the video gets more views. More views, more people watching my channel, subscribing. If I get more subscribers, I mean, the live streams definitely get me more subscribers than anything else. If I live stream for 3 or 4 hours, I probably gain, 200 subscribers every day. So that's the big reason of doing the live streams, I guess. I mean, you do get the ads on the live stream, but they don't pay very well. Leo's going to the gym. Let's go. All right, we got 940 likes. Let's get ready for the giveaway. What should we do? I got an idea. Let me look here. Let me figure this out. Let me trying to find something. Find something to your. What's the easiest way? I'm trying to think about what the best way to do this is. All right. What should we do? I'm thinking about it. There's a bunch of comments. How many comments are on this? All right, here we go. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a random comment giveaway for the course. There's a link there in the chat box for the video. Go to that video, type in whatever you want to type. You can say Patrick Wieland's really good looking or whatever you want. I don't really care. Just make it funny. So go leave a comment on that video, and then at 11 o'clock we will do the actual giveaway. We'll do a random comment picker. So there's your video, there's a comment. Go leave a comment and we'll do the random comment picker here at 11 a.m. All right, all right. So if you have the course and you're a member already and you end up winning, I'll give you $100. How about that? Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. There's a link there in the chat box if you want to check it out. Also, if you haven't already checked out Top Step, you know what to do. Let's go. Morning from India. Hey, yo. Welcome to the party. I gotta go approve those comments now. So right now the market at the 80 level, once again, kind of pulling back here. Let's see what happens. We know there's a lot of resistance up in this level. We already talked about that multiple times. So how much higher can it go? Well, we'll find out. But I don't think there's really any reason to chase it right now. I like to make easy trades, not hard trades. Easy trades, people, easy trades. We got all the comments coming in. You got 12 more minutes till you have to get your comment in there. So $600 value. It's $600 for free, basically. Let's go. Somebody said vaccines are good in the comment. You're fired. You're out of here. Somebody said I'll come to your house and slap your ass and make a trade for you. I just feel like if I'm gonna place someone's trade, after I place a trade, I gotta slap the ass, you know, just like bend it over. Let me slap that ass real quick. And once again, trying to push up to the 85, 86s here. Still going. So many comments, so little time. Trying to go through. I gotta approve all the comments here. There's so many. My finger hurts clicking. There's the move up there to the 88s now. Do we go 90s on the book map right now? Well, wowzers. You can see here on the book map, definitely looking like she wants to go 90s. Anybody still long from that move earlier? Wowzers. I'm always interested to see when people are holding trades long and longer. Man, you guys are ruthless with these comments. They're coming through so fast. I can't even click them fast enough. Thanks for the support, everybody. If you haven't already hit that like button, we need 1,000 likes before we do the giveaway. 1,000 likes for the giveaway here. Oh, I think we're gonna break YouTube. Slow down on the comments. Slow down. We're gonna break YouTube. There's too many. Oh man. My finger. I'm literally just clicking non-stop. I can't click any quicker. Clicker, wicker. Up there, the 89s right now, trying to push through that 90 level. We got a bunch of resistance there at 90s. Through the 90s to go 95s. Oh. You guys are the real MVPs. If you're just now tuning in, we are doing a giveaway here. First thing you should do is check out Top Step to learn more about the Top Step funded account, and then also check out this video here. Man, you guys are on fire here. Somebody said they want to be the second best good-looking person that trades. Hey. All right, we got 9 more minutes here. 9 more minutes until the giveaway. Get ready. If you're not watching, well, you're messing up. Just kind of sitting here watching this 90 level. Did we push through the 90s strong? 92s there on the book map right now. A lot of liquidity stacking up there. Kind of just a grind higher. The market. What's interesting is, remember earlier this morning when we were thinking, oh, let's get short at the bottom. Well, Giovanni got short at the bottom, and he's still holding. I guarantee it. Giovanni, if you're in the chat, let us know that you're okay, my friend. We know you're short. It's okay. The first way to recover from being a constant opposite of what the market's doing in person is to just admit that you do the opposite of what you should do every day. Think about it. There's people out there that literally just do they do exactly the wrong thing every day. They buy high, they sell low. It's like every day it happens. Somebody shorted down here at the 30s this morning and they're still holding. They're sitting there going, oh, somebody shorted down here at 36s and they're like, nah, this is gonna go back down. Then it's at the 80s and they're like, oh no, it's gotta go back down. What's interesting is look at that MACD cross. The MACD crossed here at the 50s. And ever since then, we've had a beautiful trend up there to the 90s. So once again, just showing the power of the MACD, the power of the overall momentum here. Ride momentum, ride the flow. I tell people all the time, just because the market's overextended to the upside, to the downside, it doesn't matter. The market doesn't care, right? You got to think about it very simply to the fact that the market's going to move through levels. The market doesn't care if it's, oh, it's overextended. Oh, this is this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't care what indicators you have on the chart. At the end of the day, the momentum is what really is what's moving the market. We need buyers, we need sellers. Sellers don't want to sell low and buyers don't want to buy high. So that is just a good example that, you know, once we got that reversal down here, you get the buyers coming back in and then it's like, like big spike in volume. I mean, that was when the numbers came out, but in general, just this momentum back up here. If you were a perma bear, if you're a perma bear and today you were thinking short, you lost money. I mean, we had this short basically from the 70s down to the 50s, that first 30 minutes, and then it was just back off to the races. You can't fight the market. Don't fight the market. Don't fight the trend. Too many people try to fight the trend. I see this all the time where people try to fight the trend and they sit there and they're just like battling and battling and battling. So a friend of mine, he's always telling me the same exact. I ask him like, oh, how'd you do today? You trade good today? And he's like, well, I thought the market, you know, it wouldn't keep going up, and then I ended up shorting, or I thought the market would bounce, and then they ended up trying to buy the dip, trying to sell the top. I mean, it's almost impossible. So don't go forcing trades. Don't feel like the market has to pull back. You know, I think that's the best way to think about it. The market's gonna do exactly what the market's gonna do. The trend is your friend, 100%. The trend is your friend. We need 14 more likes to get through 1,000 likes here on the stream, and then we're gonna do the giveaway. We'll do the random comment picker here once we get 14 more likes, 1,000 likes on the stream. #1 day trading stream on YouTube. We're live. There we go, 1,000 likes. It's Freshcast Friday, baby. Let's go. All right, let's do it. Should I give you guys one more second to, did everybody get their comment? Everybody got their comment? I think so, right? I'll give you, we got 5 more minutes here. We'll give 5 more minutes just to make it fair for everybody. People that are just now tuning in. If you're late to the party, I don't want anyone to cry later and be like, oh, you didn't tell me to do it. There's the thingy right there. Let me know. Come on. We got 5 minutes. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram at Patrick Wieland. There's only one. Make sure you check the spelling. It's not a exclamation mark, or anything like that. So at Patrick Wieland on Instagram. Check me out there. There's that push back up to the 90s now. The market's still just grinding higher. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta hate it. It's one of those situations where it gets to a point where it's like, oh man, is this thing gonna just keep going higher and higher? What do? Do you keep buying the top? You know, what do you do here at this point? Just really haven't had that breakout that we had earlier at the 65s. I mean, that was the money trade of I think this was the best setup of the day, basically. What do you guys think? I think that was honestly the best setup of the day. I think so. All right. I got let me just go approve the rest of these comments, and then we're gonna be going live here. We're doing it live. All right. I think we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where's the video at? Where's the video at? Let's go. All right, random comment picker. Random comment picker. Let me pull this up here. Here we go. It's the random comment picker time. I know we need YouTube here. YouTube random comment picker. It's time for the random comment picker. Putting in the thing. We're gonna no duplicates. All right, here we go. 4 plus 7 is 11. Get the YouTube comments. We got 100, 200, how many? 300 comments. 341 unique comments. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, let me know in the chat box. Look at the chat box just going fucking nuts right now. You guys are on fire. I like to see you guys just turned up. Just turned up right now. It's turned up in the, look at this fucking, you guys are nuts. You're absolutely nuts. We're live on YouTube. We're doing it. We're making the money. The money, the money, the money. Let's go. They're still going. They don't want to stop. All right, you ready? Here we go. Starting. Sergio Bastidas. Sergio, third time's a charm. Looks like it was a charm for you, my friend. Sergio, third time's a charm. How lucky is that guy? Sergio, are you in the chat? Mr. Sergio. Mr. Sergio. He won. Look at him. Third time's a charm. That was a good comment, my friend. That was a really good comment for you to win. Let's go. All right. Sergio, what you need to do is take a screenshot of your comment showing that you can edit your comment, and take a screenshot saying that you won. That way it proves, and then send me an email, patrick@marketflowtrader.com. patrick@marketflowtrader.com. Send me an email. Make sure you take a screenshot of you being able to edit the comment. All right. Don't email me if you think you're gonna try to like trick me or scam me. I'm not an idiot. All right. Every time I do these giveaways, I always get like 5 emails from like different emails. Like, hey, I'm the winner. Like, are you the winner? No. Send me the screenshot. What a time to be alive. What a great Friday, my friends. You guys, hopefully you guys are enjoying the live stream as much as I do. Today was a good day. We didn't really have any drama. I feel like I didn't really go on any tangents today. It was an overall just a pleasant day. We made money. I'm really gonna try to focus more in the future here on just like, you know, let's not get off on other topics. Let's focus on the trades. We could always have a random debate in YouTube later on at some point. So the market pushed up there to the 88s now. We're right there at those pivots. Look at that 5-minute chart, not looking too hot, like 2 dojis in a row there. So the market just not sure. That 385 level, like we talked about before, is the weekly pivot as well here. So that's the high from the other day on Wednesday. So Wednesday, we pushed up to this 385 level on the SPY. We got stuck there. So now the question is, if we get above this, I'd be thinking we could continue to get a little bit more of a push. I mean, we're up 1.5% on the day right now, the SPYs. So we'll see what happens here. Those numbers came out. The market liked the numbers, and we pushed up there. And got to get above this previous resistance here at the 385s. Yeah, I haven't really cursed a lot today either. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to make this more of a family friendly show. You know, at the end of the day, like, I don't want people to like watch the stream and when I'm like cursing and going crazy and think that that's what this is all about. It's not. We're here to make money. We're here to be somewhat professional. At least I am, right? I'm trying to put out the best product I can put out there for you guys. Right now on this trend here, just getting tight on that 380, that 385 on the SPY, but that 90 level here on the ES. Give us another speech. No more speeches. No more speeches. All right, just kind of sitting back here. Like I said, we're like right at that area that we're gonna get denied here or we're gonna go higher. But I definitely, looking here at the 15-minute chart, if you look at the 15-minute chart, looking a little, I said this earlier, the market doesn't care if it's overextended, but it's looking a little overextended here. I don't know. We're pretty far off the VWAP. The VWAP's all the way down here at the 55s. I like to take positions when we're kind of in relative area to the VWAP. Right now we're looking a little up there. We're up in the clouds right now. I wouldn't say we're I guess, fuck. We're overextended. I mean, the book map's not looking very pretty. On the book map right now, not looking very pretty here. 95s. So this is a key area right now on the chart. You know, we have that area pretty much like 95 all the way up to the 95s back on Wednesday. So Wednesday, you can see we dropped pretty hard from that 95 level all the way back down here to the 50s. So we've been in this, like if you look at the daily chart, we've pretty much been in this side. Look at this. I mean, we've been in this sideways consolidation. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like we've literally just gone sideways since Tuesday, December 20th. That's just so crazy to think about. Like if you look at the daily chart, and we've literally just gone sideways. And that's kind of explaining the price action overall here. So, do we finally get the breakout here? I mean, even if you look, I mean, since November, this is kind of interesting actually. Since November, I mean, we literally have not, we've been between 3,800 and 4,100. So about a what, 300 point range? 300 point range in like 2 months? Is that like 2 months? Yeah, like 2 months. 300 point range. So we'll see what happens next week. Do we finally get that next leg up, try to push back up here to the 4,100s? I would say we're definitely consolidating here at that 3,800 level. There's a lot of people thinking that what happens now is basically we go into a recession. The Fed starts to slow down on rates. Everything kind of starts to normalize. We go into recession, and then guess what happens? The government then does another stimulus and prints more money, and then we go into another hyperinflation kind of drive, and then we kind of go into the real crash next. At least that's some analyst idea, that we kind of go into another. It's funny because we go into a bull market while the economy is going into a recession. So stocks go higher for this year, and then we get to a point where the world is in a recession. Remember, you know, the stock market's not showing the exact, like the stock market is not a exact representation of what the actual economy is doing, if that makes sense. And there's that push up there to the 96s. So getting through that pivot there. Wowzers. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not really like, this is kind of a fake out. What's going to happen is basically the market goes higher. The Fed then has to kind of do something because the recession, we go into a recession, right? The market goes higher, and then the government does some type of stimulus, printing more money, and then we have to deal with more inflation, and then the Fed has to come back in and raise more rates, more aggressive, and then we end up getting the crash. So the stock market is an algorithm-driven casino. I don't want to say that. I think there's some type of logic behind it. I mean, even the algorithms are controlled by somebody. People have a motive, right? It's not just the computers controlling it all. The computers aren't deciding where we go. I mean, the big firms, the big companies are, you know, are trading. They're using those algorithms to trade, but they're not. The algorithms are not deciding which way we're gonna go. There's somebody pressing buy, somebody pressing sell on those algorithms. I would say the big firms are using the algorithms to move the market in their favor. That would be a good way to think about it. And there's that push up there, the 97s getting denied. This could be a turn down area. We're right there at that pivot now. Even on the weekly. We're on that weekly pivot. We're a little bit above the daily pivot. I've never really traded oil. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit more, but honestly, like, it might sound stupid because, like, oh, well, Patrick, you can make money doing other things. I'm kind of like superstitious now. I'm superstitious. I'm like, I don't want to mess up what I got going on here. I go start trading the crude oil, and then I gotta figure out that again. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like right now I'm in a good spot. I'm in a really good spot with the ES. So me and the ES, we're homies. You know, every morning I wake up and me and the ES, we talk. We spend a moment together. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to cheat on the ES, you know. I don't want to cheat on him. I'm not a cheater. I might be a hater, but I'm not a cheater. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think I would, you know, do terrible trading oil, but I think right now, like, my focus is just, let's just keep trading the ES and let's keep sizing up. I want to get to a point where I'm taking 10 contracts. Think about it. 10 contracts, getting 10 handles. I mean, you're done. That's one good trade a day. Literally, if I can get to a point where I'm making one good trade a day, like that trade this morning, if I would have taken that trade, 10 contracts, walked away $5 grand, and then be done. Like, that would be the goal. But here's a perfect example, right? Like, this is the perfect example of waiting for just that really good setup. We had the data. We knew the data was coming out at 10 a.m. We pushed up there to that 75 level, and this is a textbook setup in the sense of, like, let's just wait for these types of setups. We have the MACD being bullish. We're above the EMAs. The EMAs are nice and fanned out. You know, this is the type of trade where you take your 10 contracts here, you take profit, you know, on the first 10 point move, you get 5 contracts, you leave a couple runners on there and you let it ride. Like, that's kind of trading. I want to get to that point where my trading is basically, you know, I'm taking 10 contracts here at 65. I'm taking profit on some of those contracts, like the 80 push, and then I'm leaving maybe 2 or 3 contracts to ride for that possible move up the 900s. Like, that would, I think this is, for me personally, this would be like the pinnacle of trading. The thing that I don't want to do is, like, take 5 contracts here, take profit, take 5 contracts here, take profit, take 5 contracts, take profit. So, like, on this, it's like, do I want to take 6 different trades, or do I want to take one good trade? You know, I would love to get to a point where I'm just taking literally like one good trade a day, and still, you know, letting it ride, getting 30. Think about it. If you're getting 30, 40 points a day trading with 10 contracts, taking, you know, 5 off and then leaving runners. I mean, you're killing it. You're literally making serious money. Like serious money. If you can try to get 30, 40 points a day, it's good money. Possibly short, Leo asked. I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of waiting possible short. I think for this to short, we really just want this all to kind of collapse. You know, the thing is, like, okay, from here, we could pull back to the 80s, find some support again, and then push back up. You know, we really would want this to turn from being strong bullish to now looking bearish. And the problem is, like, are you going to get the best short? Are you going to try to short here at the 90s and get this move down? I don't know. It's a hard one. MACD trying to cross here. MACD momentum, showing that momentum in the move up is slowing down here on the histogram. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, Felicity. I can't help it if people, what stream people are going to watch. If they, you know, if they don't want to watch my stream, that's totally fine with me. I'm not going to beg them. Not going to beg them to save them. People got to make their own choices in life. And like I said before, not everybody can win in this market. Someone's got to lose. If people want to take a million trades per day and they want to do stupid shit and they want to not follow the plan and all that, hey, good for me, bad for you, you know? Someone's got to buy my shares when I sell. I need someone, because the thing is, like, if no one's chasing the top, I can't sell, right? Like, if nobody's chasing, no one's getting FOMO and buying where I'm selling at, well, I'm kind of screwed. Lulu, 7 for 7, let's go. Y'all funny. Y'all a bunch of funny people. Yeah. I don't think am I negative? Am I a negative person? I think people misconstrue my excitement with being negative. I mean, we're making money, so I'm definitely not negative there, but I guess people don't, some people just don't like my eagerness to win. I wake up every morning with one goal, baby. That's to win. That's all it is. Winning. I'd rather piss off the whole entire world as long as I'm winning. Maybe that's probably not the best thing to say, but the last time I checked, the haters are not paying my bills. If any haters out there want to start paying my bills, you're welcome to. But until that happens, I'm going to keep on winning. So like I said, kind of just that idea here of consolidating, maybe back down here to the 80s. I don't want to say it, but I think, you know, the move might have happened. We might have got the move. I mean, that would have, from the 60s up there to the 97s, that's a pretty good move. You got to think, guys, there's only going to be, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 really good moves per day, and then after that, it's all just chop. Everything in between is chop. That's literally what it is. Like, you have 1, you know, 2, maybe 3 good trades per day, and then after that, it's just chop. There's no point in trading it. And guys, also, by the way, they don't, the whole lunchtime thing, that's bullshit. I've been to Wall Street. I went to New York Stock Exchange. I've been to the big firms. Those guys, they don't take fucking lunch breaks. It's bullshit. I'm telling you right now. They're sitting there at their desk eating lunch. I mean, they're not going to have a steak fucking lunch, you know, for 2 hours at 11 a.m. every day. Like, let's be honest. If you're working on the street, you're not taking a lunch break. And also the algorithms that are running the market, they're not taking a lunch break either. So this whole idea of like, you know, oh, it's lunchtime, the market's slow. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the idea that like in the morning, people get in, they get their positions open for the day, and then they start, you know, if you think about it like this, I think the best way to think about it, why does the market slow down in the middle of the day? How many people in the chat right now have already made money this morning and they're thinking that they're done, right? People focus on that first couple hours, they make their money, and then by the middle of the day, you have less and less traders. They're not going to lunch. They're just done for the day. You know, those first 2 hours, it's hot. And then it's like, okay, now we just kind of sit back and everybody starts scaling back. At least for me, by 11 o'clock, if I'm not scaling back by 11 o'clock, then it's probably something crazy going on. But in general, you know, by 11 o'clock, I'm normally pretty much like done for the day. So... yeah, and then you're gonna have moves at the end of the day as well, because people obviously they're getting out of their positions. I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, you basically have all these traders trading the open. They're getting their positions going. The big firms are getting their positions going. They're moving money around, and then through the middle of the day, market's just kind of moving, and then by the end of the day, people are either closing out shorts, they're, you know, taking profit, whatever it is. So you're gonna get those bigger spikes in volume middle of the day. But this whole idea that like, oh, it's lunchtime, the market's not moving because it's lunchtime, I don't think it has anything to do with lunchtime anymore. MACD just crossed bearish here on the 3-minute chart. Does that mean we move down? I'm thinking we move down to like the 80s possible. Would be ideal for a pullback here into this level. But again, maybe just kind of watching here. Get another breakout to the upside. Also, one thing I like to think about as well is like, if we're looking at a move like this, let's say we're moving up. I mean, you basically have like that first reversal move, kind of get that, you know, that explosion back to the upside here. You get that second kind of good move. And then after that, it's like the third, the fourth, the fifth move. It just gets more and more risky, right? It gets more and more risky that we're going to get finally get that pullback. So I'm not a big fan of trading the third or fourth move. I mean, this is basically like, you get the idea, right? Like, this is the first leg off that bottom, which is from what, the 30s up there to the 70s. So you get 40 points on that leg right there. You get this pullback. You think about this leg right here. It's kind of the same. I mean, pretty much like similar, 40 points, you know. There's that second leg. So now the third leg, if we do get a move up, is it going to be as strong as these first one or two? So I think that second leg really is the strongest, most reliable move. The second move of the move. Second move of the move. It's the second move of the move. I think, right? Yeah, it's something like that. It's the second move of the move. We got 1,000 likes on the stream, so I will leave this stream up on the YouTube. That'll be my new rule. If we get 1,000 likes on the stream, I'll leave it up. If we don't get 1,000 likes, we're coming down. I gotta incentivize people here to get likes. I don't know. It's so hard to convince people to do something for free. Press one button, you win. One button to win. I got a vlog that I'm working on right now for New York City. Did a day in the life while I'm in New York City, so I'm gonna post that up this weekend. If you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Let's go. Market trying to push through the 90s here. If you guys want to learn more about getting into the Top Step account, I'm not just because I'm an affiliate with Top Step, but really I found a lot of success when I went through the Top Step program and just, you know, going through the whole process, having the rules, following the rules and all that. You get 10% profit, 10% profit split. You get to keep the first $5,000. One of the reasons that I really, you know, there's a lot of different funding programs out there. One of the reasons that I like Top Step, that I'm working with Top Step, is they've been around for over 10 years. You know, they're a legitimate company. They're based right here. Like, this is the biggest thing to think about. Like, where are they based at? They're based in Chicago, you know, right here. This is the real deal. They're not offshore. They're not, you know, in Miami in some high rise, some kids. So Top Step's been around for 10 years. I mean, I want to work with a company that's been around for 10 years, that knows what they're doing. The CEO of the company traded the actual pit back in the day. So that's my spiel today on Top Step. If you want to learn more, there's a link there in the chat box. And yeah, just check it out there. So it's there. It's there for your use if you want it. If you want to learn more. It's there for the use. And like the biggest thing is like consistency. Like you can see here, like consistency wise, like look, like when I was going through the combine, I mean, literally just 3 days in a row, no red, 100% losers, not one losing trade there going through that. So you really do focus on consistency, having to follow somebody else's rules. And yeah, this is all live right there. So not a bad way to do it. It's all about consistency. The biggest thing as a trader, I tell people, if you can consistently lose money, that's honestly part of trading, right? Like if you can consistently have a point where you're like, okay, every day, let's say you lose $200 every day. Like getting to that point is difficult. Like honestly, it's hard. It's hard to consistently lose. I think it's funny to say, but like it is hard to actually lose money consistently. The problem is people will they'll have really big green days, they'll have a big red day, they'll have another big red day, and it's like constantly just like a roller coaster, right? Like up, down, all around. And you're not gonna find consistency like that. You're gonna end up in the long run losing money. It's just the facts. Like if you wanna be a good day trader, you've gotta just get that consistency under control. And it doesn't even matter what your win-loss ratio is. None of that stuff matters. It just matters the point that you can be consistently either losing or just consistently showing up. You know, even just walking away with a $200 loss. Like that's the hardest part for people. Can you walk away with a red day? Right? Like literally, can you walk away with a red day? Think about that. So thanks for the love, Scooterman Adventures. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna stay live here for a little bit longer until probably like 12 or so, and then probably done for the day. Let's see what happens. Anything happens. Like I said before, the market just kind of consolidating here. This is a prime area. Does it still have power to go higher? We'll see. But I think these moves are gonna get kind of tighter and tighter here, and we'll just kind of see how she plays out. Let's see how she plays out here. How much did Patrick make today? I made $1,200. $1,200 on the day. Gave back some profit, but overall, locking it down. Green day on a Friday. I'm not going to be mad about it. We had one of our best days in a long, probably, I think one of our best days ever yesterday. So my goal today was just to kind of show up and not do anything stupid. I ended up trading 2 contracts, not 1 contract. It was 2 contracts. So normally I trade 5 contracts. Today I traded 2 contracts. So we made $1,200 with 2 contracts. If I would have traded 5 contracts, we would have made, you know, 3,000 or 4,000. Does Top Step work on a MacBook? Yep. Leroy, yesterday I was trading 5 contracts. Correct. There was only 3 trades. 3 trades for that. Have I seen anyone turn $2,000 into $2 million? No, I don't think so. I mean, the thing with futures is you don't need, people think that like, oh, you need, you know, $100,000 to trade futures. You don't need, I mean, you could literally start out trading futures with the micros with $500. And then you build it up to like, you get $3,000 or $4,000 in equity in the account. And then you switch to the ES, you trade 1 or 2 contracts. You only need $500 margin per contract, you know? So you don't need, you don't need a huge account to trade futures. I think people get that confused. Like you don't need, it's not like trading stocks. You don't need $25,000. I mean, if you're going to start out, you can start out with $500 in the micro account, you know? I mean, if you're trading the micros, you can start out trading with a $500 account. It's $50 per contract in margins. So you think if you have a $500 account, you know, you could trade 5 contracts pretty easily on the micros. Obviously there's risk, is, you know, I'm not going to say you can't lose. You can easily lose it as well. Don't get me wrong, but you could start out trading, you know, with 1 contract, 2 contracts. I mean, guys, at the end of the day, if you put $100,000 into an account, you can easily lose $100,000 just the same. People think that like, just because you have more money in your account, you can't lose it. I'm telling you right now, just starting out with, if you're a new trader and you put a lot of money in your account, like, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna end up losing a bunch of money because I think it's almost like it ends up like messing you up mentally because you're like, oh, I have $30,000, like I can risk $5,000. Well, you can lose $5,000 in 5 seconds trading futures. So no, trading shares is not, nowhere is that better because you can have, Tradeovate has free commissions now. Or you have 19 cents per trade, trading for $99 a month. Futures 100. There is no argument in this world that anyone out there that can say that trading stocks is better than trading futures. There's not. You can't make the argument. You know. When I first started trading, I would trade the micros. I'd trade 3 or 4 contracts, maybe 5 contracts. You know, 2 contracts on the micros. I mean, today my commissions, I made $1,200. My commission's $32 on $1,200 in profit. I mean, it's part of doing business, right? Like you got to pay to play. But I mean, fuck. $30 on 3 trades, $1,200. Yeah, but what you don't want, Leroy Jenkins, but you don't need variety. I don't want variety. I don't want to trade Microsoft, Meta, Google, Nvidia. Why do I don't want to trade that. That makes no sense to me. I don't want variety. I want to trade the same exact thing every day. I want to print money every day. I don't want to figure out like, hey, does Apple have news today? Oh, what's Microsoft doing today? I don't really care. All I'm care about is literally trading the same exact thing every single day. And at the end of the day, hey, if you don't like that idea, that's totally fine. Go trade Microsoft and Apple and Google and everybody else. Like, have fun with that. But I'm gonna do exactly what I'm doing. So your argument of why stocks are better is futile because I've done it. I've traded large caps, I've traded small caps, I've traded options. I've done everything that you can think of. 6 years of doing all the wrong things. Also, the taxes are a lot better with futures. There's tons of liquidity. But yeah, I mean, I don't want the variety. I don't want to like, for me, I don't want any type of variety. I want to trade Literally the same exact thing every day. My money ain't, there's no variety in money. All I want is green dollar bills, right? It's green dollar bills for me. I don't want any fucking variety. I want green dollar bills every day. I mean, Jack, I'm not talking about Top Step. I'm talking about just futures in general. I also trade futures through my Trade Evade account as well. So not just trading through Top Step. So there are tax benefits. Thank you very much. How long would it take you how long would it take you to grow $500 to $10,000? I mean, you could do it in one day if the market's hot. I mean, that's my favorite question. People are like, how do I turn $500 into $10,000? Well, you buy low, sell high. You could also lose $500 in a matter of minutes as well. Nope. Your argument's futile, Leroy. Futile. That's the thing though, is like I don't need the market to always be moving. Like people think that you like always need setups. Like I don't want that. Like I only want the best setups anyway. So okay, the futures market is going sideways. Oh wow, look, Apple's going up 1%. Like I'm gonna go chase Apple now. Just don't see the point. I mean, if Apple's making a big move, then the NASDAQ's making a big move. So do I trade crypto? Yeah, I've traded crypto. Back in the day, 2017, trading Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin when it was like $3,000. I got videos on the YouTube. Market pushing up here to the 91s again, just kind of in that consolidation phase here. You can see we're just kind of going sideways here. So this is a perfect example of when not to trade. I don't want to trade anything that looks like this. I don't want this sideways bullshit. I want it, because you think too, like we got the MACD that crossed bullish, bearish, but we just kind of consolidating. So just getting that choppy action here. Not a lot of volume right through here. It's Friday. The thing is, like, even if we spike up to the 900s now, it's like the odds are just not in my favor. And as I say that, it's going to go straight up. But we got that next pivot point on the SPY at the 380, 680 area. So we'll see how she plays out here. Bum ba bum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum. Hey. Oh, no rewind on the stream because I just like the haters. I don't want to give them any joy. I want them to all sit around and be pissed off. They're all so mad right now. They can't rewind the stream. There's a whole thread on Twitter about how I delete comments and I don't allow people to rewind the stream, and they're very upset about it. They're very, very mad. The best is I actually deleted my Twitter for like 5 minutes. I just like deactivated it. And the minute that I deactivated my Twitter account, literally all the haters started posting like, he deleted his Twitter account. He deleted his Twitter account. And then I brought it back. And then I was like, JK, you idiots. I gotta troll them, you know. I gotta troll the trolls. They forget who's the biggest troll. I'm the biggest troll. You can't take down a troll with a trolling. I just love it. I feed it. I mean, I'm not taking it serious. I'm laughing about it. guys, trust me. Like I understand the idea that if you're, you know, if you don't have haters, you're not doing anything worth hating on. So if you got 20 haters, try to figure out how to get 40 more haters. You don't get to 180,000 subscribers on YouTube without getting a few haters along the way. And I'm totally fine with that. Weirdo. Thank you, Rondon Jr. I also always love that the trolls never have like real names and real accounts. Like, use your real name. Come on, I talk about people with my real name. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. The funny thing is, I've never had anyone ever say anything bad in real life, though. Not once. I've had millions of comments on YouTube talking crap, but I've never had one person in real life say anything to me in real life. It's always people want autographs, people want pictures with me, but no one ever said anything bad in real life. It's so weird how that works. Because they know that I got those hammers. Oh, the energy drink's it's wearing off. It's wearing off. Rondon, I swear to God, if you, hey, let me know where you want to meet at. You want to meet at the playground? I will whoop your ass. These little tiny hammers. 1-2 knockout. No worry. One, two, baby. 1-2. 1-2 call. It's one crack called a medevac, baby. Waking up at 4 a.m. to trade's not so bad, actually. I'm actually gonna be in New York City again next month. I'm gonna go to New York. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay. I booked a one-way to New York at the end of this month. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go just kind of, I don't know. I like New York. New York gets me excited. A lot of stuff going on. I've been trapped on this island for too long. I need to get out in the world. And still just sticking here at the 94, 93s. Rondon Jr., don't worry, buddy. I got a place for you in the timeout. Oh, nothing makes a troll more mad than when you put him in timeout. They get furious. One time I put a guy in timeout and he went and made another account just so he could come back and say, "Look, you didn't put me in timeout." Like, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not gonna move to New York, but I'm gonna go stay in New York. Little vacation, also a little bit of making, you know, do the live streams and stuff. I'm gonna do the live streams while I'm there as well. I'm gonna get a laptop. I think I'm gonna get one of the new MacBooks, and then I'll have it all set up there. So, do I ever calculate my expectancy? I do, Leroy Jenkins. I do. It's honestly, it's hard because some days the problem is like on break-even trades, it kind of messes up your overall expectancy, if that makes sense. Honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't care about the expectancy or the win-loss ratio or any of that stuff. All I care about is the R&R, the risk to reward. Are my winners, you know, 2 or 3 times larger than my losers? It's all that matters. Literally, it's all that matters. Are my winners 2 to 3 times larger than my losers? After that fact, it doesn't really matter. Because I know that my win-loss ratio is even, you know, 50%. As long as my winners are 3 times my losers, I'm chilling. Moving to Hawaii was just kind of wanted to go live in Hawaii for a little bit. Go surfing. Live in paradise. It was during COVID as well, during the lockdown, so it kind of was great timing to go to Hawaii. Live in Hawaii. The withdrawal process on Top Step, you basically, once you're in the funded account, you need 5 days of making profit in the account, and then you can withdraw, and they pay you pretty much like same day. It's a lot better than some of the other programs that make you wait 20 days, or they make you wait like only a certain time during the month. Top Step allows you to, once you have 5 days, they don't have to be 5 days straight, they just have to be 5 days of profit. You can then withdraw. How do the locals treat you? They treat me like I'm a white person living in Hawaii, which is pretty much like the devil. I'm the devil. It's all my fault. I don't know. As long as you show respect, you get respect. So that's the big thing. Just being respectful, not being an idiot. Even though they might not be too excited about my whole YouTubing thing, but the money's too good. I make too much money trading and YouTubing than to quit. I couldn't ever. What am I gonna do after this? Go work a normal job? Who's gonna hire me? What kind of job could I do at this point? Go work at like Home Depot? You hear me on the Home Depot radio? Today at Home Depot, we got a 50% sale on all hammers and nails. Work at Chipotle. That could be my job. Be the manager at a Chipotle. That'd be the best Chipotle in the world. The problem is I'd probably eat all the profits. How much risk do I take per trade? It's not really by percentage. Am I a bear for 2023? No, I'm actually bullish for 2023, to be honest. I have an idea for 2023. I think that there's a possibility the market goes up in 2023. I know that the issue is, the problem is like everybody's too bearish, right? When everyone's too bearish, that means the market's going to go up. Like it's just guaranteed. When everyone thinks the market's going to go down, it's going to go back up. Like it's just, we know that's how it works, right? Like the market's not going to just go straight down because everyone's bearish. That's just not how it works. Basically, what's going to happen is the market's going to go up. We're going to get to a point where everyone that's bearish turns bullish, and then the market crashes, right? Like that makes way more sense than the idea that market just goes lower and lower. Don't quote me. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but I do think that it's just too simple. It's too easy to sit here and be like, well, the market's gonna just go down all 2023. Leroy Jenkins, you notice that I never trade past 12 o'clock. Honestly, I just get bored. I sit here all, from 9 a.m. till 12 for 3 hours, and I just get bored at a certain point. And I mean, in the past, when I lived in Florida, I would try to trade all day long. And I think it just gets to a point where you just like mentally, you're just taxed. Like if you're just sitting there all day long staring at the computer screen, just being like, oh, I'm gonna make, it just gets to a point where I think you just gotta kind of walk away. At least for me. I was thinking, maybe like best case scenario is like you kind of, what would be ideal, I think, is maybe you kind of have like a trading office set up, and then you also like have like a couch and like a TV, and like you can eat lunch, kind of keep an eye on the market, but like you gotta just step away at some point. Like you can't sit there all day long and stare at the computer screens. And it also, yeah, the market gets to a point where it just kind of slows down. The thing is, we have some days where the market makes big moves in the middle of the day. It just happens that way sometimes. But that, I think in general, the better opportunities are in the middle of the day. My thing for me, like I can make money 100%. I can make money when the market's moving. If the market's moving, I can make money. The problem is I can't make money when the market's going sideways. That's when I end up losing money. Like right now, if you look here, like this is the type of action where I would, in the past, I would try to trade this. I'd try to buy the breakout here, get stopped out here, then try to short there, get stopped out there. And I'd take like 5 trades inside of this time frame, from 11 to 12. I try to, I'm gonna get long, I'm gonna get short, I'm gonna get long, I'm gonna get short. And I'd end up just getting chopped up, and I end up losing money. So like my big, focus for 2023 is to avoid trading this bullshit. Because I know, like, what do I know? I know that I'm gonna lose money. I might make money on one trade, but in the long run, if I look at the entire year, I'm gonna lose money if I sit here and try to trade this chop. Like 100%, I will lose money. So why am I gonna force myself to sit here and trade that? And look on the 5-minute chart. I mean, this is just a prime example of when I don't want to be trading. I mean, we're going sideways. You know. Yeah, like right now, you're looking at it. I'm like, oh, do I want to jump in here? Oh, maybe it's gonna break. Maybe it's gonna break. But then it's like, okay, well, if we break 94, where do we go? 97. Then we go 900. I said earlier, like, it just gets to a point where the market just kind of gets stuck in these areas where it's gonna consolidate. This is a previous area of resistance, so we're just gonna consolidate here, kind of chop around. I mean, the move was earlier. The move was earlier. And here we are. So and like right now it's hard because it's like, oh, the FOMO is real. Like, oh, it's breaking out. Like, do I want to jump in? But what I will say though is these breakout trades in the middle of the day when there's not a lot of volume are going to be a lot more choppy. You're just not going to get these follow through. Exactly, Edgar Perez. I don't know. I feel like if you can't make money the first 2 hours, are you really gonna make that much more money trying to trade the rest of the day? So you gotta remember, why did we start trading in the first place? The reason I started trading in the first place because I didn't want to have a 9-to-5 job, right? Like, I didn't want to have to work a real job. So why would I make trading a 9-to-5 job? Like, that just doesn't seem like a good plan. I think your best bet is to kind of just walk away middle of the day, come back for power hour if you want to do that. But in general, like, don't make trading a full-time job. You don't need to work 40 hours a week trading. All right. It's almost 12 o'clock. I think I'm going to be done there. It's been a good day. The market's going to just squeeze up here. Watch now. It's going to go. Got that high there at the 97s. I mean, there's still room to that next pivot point on the SPY. Push up here to the 386 levels. So we'll see what happens. But I think I'm done. I think it's just better to take my profit and walk away green here on the day. Making more money than a lot of other people, so gotta enjoy it. It's Friday. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the stream. Great day, lots of action. Everybody happy, and I'm happy. It's green. We're Friday. It's green. It's Friday. Now the market's moving. 98s. So yeah, there's that push that we talked about. There's that push. Look at it going 99s now. Oh, you son of a bitch. But who knows? If it gets over 900, maybe you try to get a push up there. You got 905 liquidity sitting there at that point. Got a bunch of liquidity. I mean, a massive amount of contracts. 359 contracts there at 900 right now. Will they take that out straight up? It's funny because remember earlier we were talking about that lunchtime hour. Everyone's like, oh, the market doesn't move during lunchtime. Well, I guess the traders came back from lunch. It's interesting to see what happens here at 900 now. They're going to squeeze it through 900, 900, 900, 900. Someone took it out. There's that push up there to 902s now. Wow. I like everybody's different ideas. Some people are like, it's going to crash. Some people it's going to go up. Oh, she's going. So that's literally 1 hour. A little, yeah, about an hour of consolidating at that level. And then getting a 10-point move to the upside there. In hindsight, should I have taken the trade? I don't know. The problem is, anytime, you know, it's always easy in hindsight. It's easy to sit here afterwards and like, oh fuck, I should have went long. I should have done that. But you gotta stick to your plan. It is what it is. I think 905's kind of looking juicy on the book map right now, so we'll see what happens there. But there it is, Fresh Cash Friday. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll be live next Monday morning, 9:15 a.m. live on YouTube, doing it, breaking it all down live in the YouTube. Happy Friday. I'll see you guys on Monday morning, 9:15. Peace to the Middle East.